Good day, I'm Carrie Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, July 5. Prime Minister Holness has urged CARICOM leaders to assess regional integration and the Caribbean Single Market and Economy CSME in light of the United Kingdom's vote to leave the European Union. While encouraging the regional bloc to evaluate the likely threats and opportunities coming out of Brexit, Mr. Holness says CARICOM should pay particular attention to immigration and trade within the region.
If there is one lesson that all leaders can learn from the Brexit experience, is that you must listen to the voice of your people and respond. It behooves us as the leaders of this time to listen to the clear call of our people for economic growth, security, prosperity, and social well-being.
The Prime Minister was speaking at the 37th regular meeting of the Conference of the Heads of Government of CARICOM in Guyana on July 4. He also held bilateral talks with Chilean President Michelle Bachelet on the margins of the conference. Meanwhile, the 23 members of the recently established CARICOM Review Commission have been named. The Review Commission was launched by Prime Minister Holness last Tuesday to review the effects that Jamaica's participation in CARICOM has on its economic growth and development, among other things. Headed by Chairman Bruce Golding, the committee has 6 months to submit a report to the Prime Minister. The 17-member team, with 6 ex officio members, also includes the current presidents of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, Chamber of Commerce, the Exporters Association, Small Business Association, and the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica. Ambassadors Nigel Clark and Lauren McDonough, as well as Maxine Henry Wilson, are also members of the commission. Academic members include Dr. Damian King, Professor Eleanor Brown, and Danny Roberts. The National Consumer League's Michael Diamond, businessmen Kevin O'Brien Chang and Donnie Bunting, as well as financial analyst John Jackson, round out the members of the commission. The Petroleum Company of Jamaica Limited, PETCom, has been sold to a local retailer for $2.3 billion. The Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ, which was managing the sale for the government, says Phoenix Fuels and Accessories Limited signed documents to complete the transaction last Thursday. The new owners now have full control of the shares of PETCom and real estate assets that were used or operated by PETCom. DBJ's managing director, Milverton Reynolds, says completing the sale was an excellent accomplishment which should support the growth of the Jamaican economy. Jamaica is being positioned to capture a share of the refueling market for cruise ships and cargo vessels.
Over the last couple of years, we have seen an increase in the number of cruise ships coming to Jamaica, but they are not refueling here. This provides the opportunity for a Jamaican company to start or to participate in the whole refueling exercise. And what that does, it creates more jobs for Jamaicans.
The Energy Minister was speaking at the recent signing of a sale agreement between Jamaica Broilers and West Indies Petroleum Limited for the JB Terminal Port Esquivel Limited. For the purchase price of $4 million, West Indies Petroleum Limited, WIPL, will acquire a 25 million gallon or 600,000 barrel dehydration plant and a 25 million gallon storage facility at Port Esquivel. The facility will be used by WIPL to augment its bunkering operations and to farm out storage space for fuel. Contributions being requested by high school administrators must not exceed $20,000 inclusive of registration fee. That directive was issued by the Ministry of Education this week through a bulletin sent to regional directors, school board chairmen, and principals of public schools. The bulletin also reiterated that contributions to schools were voluntary and not something parents were obliged to pay. This is in light of the fact that the Education Ministry has increased funding for high schools from $2.6 billion to $5.1 billion in support of its free tuition policy. The ministry will be auditing each school to ensure that they comply with the policy directive. Meanwhile, parents are encouraged to direct their questions or concerns to the ministry's regional offices or send an email to complaints@moey.gov.jm. And finally, Culture Minister Olivia Grange led a civic ceremony to celebrate the 123rd anniversary of the birth of national hero Norman Manley on Monday. She urged Jamaicans to emulate Manley, who she hailed as a founding father whose intellectual prowess enabled him to make sterling contribution to nation building.
We must not forget our everyday heroes. And remember, we have a role to play in building Jamaica land we love and leaving a legacy for the future generation.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.